Okay. Hello, and welcome back to another video. I realize it's been a while since I last uploaded because I got a new job, which I'm finally able to be paying for my own things now. So I'm gonna plan to have some soundproofing here in my room, and I also plan on getting, I was gonna get a 5 terabyte external hard drive, but I'm getting a 2 terabyte one. So yeah, so that will be epic. That will be fun. So anyway, let me turn up my mic a bit. If you end up hearing the AC in the background, I apologize. It is absolutely hot. Well, it was absolutely hot at work because we barely have AC. Anyway, in honor of Geddy Lee's 69th birthday, which I realized was all the way back in July, and around the beginning of July, I started working again. So, yeah, we are back. We are back with some epic little videos. I have another video planned actually after this too. Excuse me. It is 12:23 in the morning. So let's get to it because I just got off of work. So we are doing a Rush album tier list. If you want to try this yourself, I'll leave the link in the description down below. So yeah, we have all these Rush albums that you see here, all the way from the beginning to the end, in different random categorized orders. So we are going to start with the first album. The first album was great, their self-titled debut. They have a bunch of hits, but the one biggest radio hit that we know was Working Man. So Working Man pretty much started it all for Rush. This was the first and last album to record, actually the only album to feature their original drummer, John Rutsey. So I am going to put this at A tier. Holy crap. Let me minimize that a bit, just so we can all see here. Okay, so first album, I'd give it an A tier. Here, that's pretty good. But, next album, Fly By Night. Fly By Night's a good album. I won't lie. Actually, wait, let me move that up there. Because, you know, oh geez. Okay. Fly By Night. This was their first album to feature Peart on the drums. Funny enough, the first song off the album, Anthem, was way too fast for John Rutsey to play. So the only thing that he could really play was Best I Can, which is the second track off the album. But nonetheless, this is still a pretty good album. I'm going to put it at A tier. Caress of Steel. This was a nightmarish album for Rush. Well, not as much as the album after the next two. So, Caress of Steel, it's pretty good. Most of the songs on there are good, except for what I consider one bad song. Rush has never had a bad song until I Think I'm Going Bald. And they never played this live for a reason. They only played the other stuff off there. They played Bastille Day, Lakeside Park, Necromancer, and Fountain of Lambeth, which Didax and Narpitz off of Fountain of Lambeth. That is an iconic drum solo, but unfortunately, this does not meet S or A tier. So I am going to put this at C. It could be better. Could have been better. Next one, 2112. This was a goated album. Side 1, amazing. A whole story of someone who discovers music for the first time. and gets rejected by the idea or the thought of it. It tells a whole story from the person's perspective. You got the overture, the Temples of Syrinx. The only time that this whole thing was played live was during the Test for Echo tour. They played that entire side one in the first half of the Test for Echo tour. And it's absolutely amazing. They never played anything else as far as Temples of Syrinx, except for like maybe like the 30th anniversary tour where they would go into the grand finale, or even like during Clockwork Angels tour, or and and their 40th anniversary tour. So this is a good album. They would at least play like for the 40th anniversary tour. They played the overture, Temples of Syrinx, presentation, and then grand finale. So this is a good album. I'm putting this album at S tier because this is one of my favorite Rush albums as well. Next album, A Farewell to Kings. We already know about this album. Primus has played this live for their Tribute to Kings tour. And the way that they cover the songs off the albums, the way that they cover the songs off the album, absolutely beautiful. There's one song that I wish Rush would at least try to attempt to play live, and that would have been Madrigal, or Madrigal. I don't know how you pronounce it. But yeah, I love the album. I like the tracks. Cygnus X1 Part 1 is a great way to end the album. So yeah, we're putting that at A tier. By the way, I should mention, between the course of I think either Fly By Night to 2112, there have been nasty reviews saying that Geddy Lee sounds like a chipmunk on crack or something, or on steroids. But nonetheless, this album sent a message to the record industry saying, don't fuck with us, basically. So this is their best album. One of their best so far. And these two, they did good. This one did a little more good than this one. Alright, what's next here? Hemispheres. Here we go. Hemispheres, as described by all three members of the band, is basically the record that broke the camel's back. The entire side one picks up from the end of Farewell to Kings. So Cygnus X1 Part 2, Hemispheres. That's the whole first side. And then we have the second side. We have The Trees, Circumstances, and La Villa Strangiato, all which are great songs. So this album was definitely the peak of Rush in the 70s. Other than 2112. So I have to put Hemispheres at A tier, because that is a goated album. 2112 and the original whole debut, they're all as well as Hemispheres, they're all goated. Okay, we are moving on to the 80s. Technically, this one was recorded in 1979, but it didn't come out until 1980. So, Permanent Waves. Permanent Waves was like the beginning era of Geddy Lee using keyboards on almost every song, or at least synthesizers. To be fair, it didn't start till Farewell to Kings or 2112, but Permanent Waves, yeah, you can see a lot of these albums in the 80s having like a lot of synths and epic riffs and shit. Permanent Waves, I don't have anything bad to say about this. This is a good album. I like it. but I'm having a hard time of putting it between. I'm having a hard time of putting it at S or A. So I am gonna put Permanent Waves at A tier. Here. Permanent Waves. That was like a break from Rush going insane and crazy, and yeah, that's the Le Studio era. Sorry, that's basically the Le Studio era, because basically the rest of the albums, I believe, were recorded in Le Studio. I could be wrong about some of them, but yeah. Now to one of my favorite ones, Moving Pictures. This is easy and A tier. This album is celebrating like 41 years now. Oh, this is a great album. All the songs off that album, they're easy hits. Sorry, I had to take a sip of some Arizona. Yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about Moving Pictures. I love the album. It's definitely one of my favorites. So yeah, that's an A tier. Alright, next album. Signals. Signals is like the introduction to maybe just a little bit of electronic drum. Actually, no. No, wait, sorry. No, wait. No, technically the last song off of Moving Pictures, Vital Signs. That's like an introduction to electric drumming. This, though, Signals, actually this is more of a preview to electric drums, but this is this is a good one here. Signals, I wouldn't consider it my favorite album, but I would consider it a great album to listen to every now and then. And the fact that Rush pulled out the second to last song off the album, Losing It, they pulled that song out of the vault for their 40th anniversary tour, and they got either John Dinklage or Ben Mink, the original violinist who recorded on this album, for Losing It. Either him or John Dinklage from the Clockwork Angels string ensemble. They would play this in concert. And it was amazing. And I don't have anything else to really say about the album. So I'll put that at B tier. Don't get me wrong, Signals is a good album. I would have put it at A, but I wouldn't consider it one of my favorites. I would consider it a good album. It just gets a B. Alright. Grace Under Pressure. This features like more synthesizers and electric drums. This is a good album. I don't have anything bad to say about any of these albums as of yet. Let's see. Do I have anything to say about Grace Under Pressure? I don't think so, because I was actually drumming to one of the songs off this album yesterday. Or no, last night. Sorry. And, Red Lenses is fun to play. That and Red Sector A if you have electric drums. It's amazing. It's so fun. Or any drum kit. It's amazing to play it. It's amazing to just have fun on the kit while playing the song. Or while playing the songs, I should say. This basically the part where Neil's kit spins around. Then that's when we get introduced to that. So I'm putting this at A tier, because this album is one of the backbones, of Rush's legacy, if you catch my drift. Okay, next one. I almost said Presto, because I'm looking at Presto right here. Yeah, let's review this now. we're on in order. So, what the fuck is the name of this again? Power Windows. That's it. Oh God. Power Windows. This is a good album. And it's got like that city kind of feeling on some of the songs. Like, you could be in Tokyo and you could be listening to Grand Designs. You could be in New York or even Hartford. Heard? You could be in New York or Hartford, Connecticut, and you could have this song going on in the back. Heck. Because big place, big places, big money, you know what I mean? What else can I say? What else can I say? Or even if you're in, like, I want to say New Haven. I know there's a park around there where they do a marathon run. So since marathon is one of the songs on this, if you're running in a marathon, you know, that's a good one. Mystic Rhythms, Manhattan Project, Emotion Detector, Territories. Territories kind of reminds me of like Politics and Stocks and all that shit. Which is pretty cool. Oh, I actually kind of like the song. Or no, I do like it. I wish I could play that again. That'd be nice. I'd probably have to relearn how to play it. The intro to Emotion Detector sounds like some kind of technology startup thing. Speaking of technology, I should point out that Grace Under Pressure has one of my favorite tracks. The Body Electric. That's got like a technologic kind of feel to it. So, yeah. It's cool. Mystic Rhythms, it's nice. It's got a nice chill feeling to it. So, I'm putting Power Windows at A. Holy fuck, that was a long rant. Okay. Let's see. Hold Your Fire. I don't have anything bad to say about this. It's a great album. It's got some good songs on it. So, now I do consider this as one of my favorites, but I have to be fair. So this is gonna go at B. Probably gonna put it at A. No, sorry, B. Okay. Next one, Presto. Presto was an interesting album. That's basically where the rhythm method comes in. Because you have a song on there called Scars, and it has a pattern. I'll see if I can look it up for you real quick. So let's see. If I play this, will this work? Okay. Let me show off at least one part here. It's that part of that drum solo that shows Neil's true talent or something. This shows the true talent of Rush, and it's a great album. It was an interesting album, so I'm actually going to swap Hold Your Fire to A and put Presto at B. We are getting there. Next one, Roll the Bones. Another interesting album. I wish that at least more of the songs were played on tour. because not a lot of songs from that album were really played on tour. The only big ones were the first three, Dreamline, Bravado, and the title track, Roll the Bones. And Ghost of a Chance, now that I think about it. And that got added to the set list, so that was cool. And Ghost of a Chance never saw the light of day again until it was brought out for the Snakes and Arrows tour. Nonetheless, I wish that this album had more tracks played live. It's still a good album though, but I'm putting it at C. Wouldn't consider it a favorite, but it's nice to listen to some of the tracks off there every once in a while. Okay. Counterparts. Counterparts is a decent album. There's one song on there that sticks out and familiar, called Stick It Out, because that's got like a peak hint of like 90s metal or something. So, yeah. You know, I don't got anything bad to say about this album. I really don't. Some good songs from that tour were played. Of course, Animate, Stick It Out, Nobody's Hero. Between Sun and Moon got played on the Vapor Trails tour. And I remember at their show in Hartford in 2002. Back when the Xfinity Center was called, what was it called? Hold on. Okay, here it is. The ctnow.com Meadows Music Theater. That's what it was known back then. Now it's referred to as the Xfinity Theater, or the Xfinity Amphitheater. I think. I'm not sure. But this was their first show on the Vapor Trails tour. The first show where Neil Peart came back to the drums. And it was a good one, too. First show since July 4th, 97. After Neil Peart's daughter passed away in a car accident, and after his wife passed away, which unfortunately I do not know. So, yeah, you see this right here. Between Sun and Moon, dedicated to John Entwistle, live debut. So, that's cool. That's pretty cool. And they even brought out other tracks that haven't been played live since. New World Man being the biggest one, first time live since '86. And, By Tour, Cygnus, and Working Man. First time live since the 80s. Man. So, yeah, that's pretty cool, you know. So... Wait a minute. Oh, wait, yeah, never mind. I forgot we were completely talking about this. We were talking about this here. Sorry. Counterparts. Pretty good tour. I'm giving Counterparts a B. Okay, Test for Echo. Another interesting album. There's a weird song on there called Dog Years, but all the other songs are pretty good. So I'm giving Test for Echo... Well, I'm gonna put it at B. Let's see. Vapor Trails. Now, this was their first album with Neil back on drums after the whole passing. After the Test for Echo tour, Neil took a long drive on his motorcycle, found a new woman to marry up, found a new woman to wife up, and got a new family as well. So he was living. He was living back then. And then they come back to record this. And because of Vapor Trails, well, before Vapor Trails actually, Neil got drum lessons from Frederick Gruber, a jazz drummer. So he infused some jazz and rock elements into this album. This proves how much of a fucking monster musician he is. So, Vapor Trails, S tier. Okay, oh yeah, before I get to these two. So, Feedback. Feedback is really a cover album. Someone thought it would be cool to put it in F, but I think it's slightly better. So I'm putting it in the middle between D and F, and I'm putting it at E. The covers are good, but don't get me wrong. The covers are good. I like how Rush did their take on The Who, Eddie Cochran, Robert Johnson, I like how they did their take on songs by like The Who or Cream and Eric Clapton. Well, Cream and Eric Clapton technically. The Who, Cream, the Yardbirds, Buffalo Springfield. They did pretty good. They did good on the covers. I'll give them that. I like their own take on them. It's really good. But I'm putting it at E tier because I feel like it could do slightly better than F. Nonetheless, still a good album. Next one, Snakes and Arrows. So, the first tour that I saw on television of Rush was the Snakes and Arrows tour. It was like a DVD version or something. They had certain songs come out, but I remember being scared of the Far Cry animation. But I overcame it most of the time, and I love Snakes and Arrows. I've loved Snakes and Arrows ever since I've overcome my fear. I like the songs. The video work. What the fuck is hitting this? Oh, the video work on some of their tunes, like The Larger Bowl or The Way the Wind Blows. The Larger Bowl or The Way the Wind Blows. Far Cry. Still a good animation. It's just, I got concerned with the fact that there was a real baby crying in there. Because if you look at the intro for the Snakes and Arrows tours, you can see Alex and Neil getting scared over the baby crying, and then I got scared. I know I shouldn't have been scared, but I was a young ass kid, so I was like 6 or 7 years old. So, what would you expect? So, yeah, nonetheless, still a good album. So, I don't want to put it at D. I don't want to put it at C. So I'm putting it at B. Last album, Clockwork Angels. Oh my god, I have a lot to say about this. The first song I heard was Headlong Flight. Me and my mom listened to it. It was absolutely amazing. We got to see them live for their Clockwork Angels tour in Bridgeport. Let me see if I can pull up the set list real quick. Sorry, you did not have to hear that. I just did not know Big Time Rush was actually back out on tour. So yeah, this was their set list. great set list. Some of these songs I didn't even know. But yeah. A great show, nonetheless. This was how... wait, they actually played Halo Effect on this? Oh. Wish they played Wish Them Well. I wish they played Wish... Bleh. I wish they played Wish Them Well on, on the, on this, neck of the show. But they did play it at Mohegan. I think it was, yeah, was it like a year later or something, but it was still good. But yeah, let me compare something really quick. Alright, let's compare a couple things. Set 1. Limelight was played after Grand Designs. But for this set, for the Bridgeport set, the Body Electric was played after Grand Designs. What else is new? Wish Them Well was played, as well as Dreamline. Manhattan Project was played. No Wish Them Well there. What was on their encore? 2112, Alvin Tom Sawyer and 2112. I don't remember which set list it was, but I don't remember which set list had this song. But for the Clockwork Angels tour, they did play Working Man. Let me see if I can find that real quick. So apparently, this was before the encore. Their opening night for Clockwork Angels tour, Verizon Wireless Arena in Manchester, New Hampshire. I believe that says. So, yeah. Working Man with Reggae intro. Now, which set list was it where the Spirit of Radio was played? Where basically like the Spirit of Radio took over. I am going to go through every single one of these off screen until I find it. So I found it. Didn't take me too long. Turned out it was September 15th, 2012 at United Center, Chicago, Illinois. So, Spirit of Radio without the string ensemble. First show playing Spirit of Radio. Who is this dude?
Photo editing app. Books, because I read a lot. Totally, I use voice memos. Literally, I was at the airport the other day, like half of my waking existence.
Who is that dude? Suko. I don't even know who you are. Okay. Anyway, that wraps up that. So, Clockwork Angels. It tells a whole story. It's a massive story. It's hard to put together. But it's like rags to riches, if you feel me. A dude dreams about reaching big top and runs into conflict, I guess. I don't know the full story, which I should, but unfortunately I don't. But this is a great story. It's a great album with a great story, so I'm going to put this at S tier. There you have it. Oh, sorry. There you have it. My Rush tier list. Who's texting me? What? Yeah, hold on. Okay. Hold on, sorry. Okay. Sorry. That wraps up the video. If you want to see more tier list videos where I view every random album or whatever, yeah. Subscribe, like, more videos hopefully coming soon. I'll see y'all later.